Okay. Three, two, one.
This podcast is brought to you by lineupmedia.fm. This is Baseball Outside the Box with Peter Caliendo. Innovative thoughts from baseball's best coaching minds from around the world. Brought to you by lineupmedia.fm. Now your host, former USA Baseball National Team Coach, Peter Caliendo.
Hey, hello, everybody. Pete Caliendo here, and you're listening to Baseball Outside the Box. Thanks for joining us today. We are thrilled. We are live on Facebook, and we're also, don't forget, live on Zoom, and we will have the audio on baseballoutsidethebox.com. Thanks for joining us. And if you have questions on Facebook, just type them in the comments section, and we will get rocking and rolling and get your questions in here. We love getting your questions, so don't forget. Hey, listen, also, very important, please subscribe to Peter Caliendo on YouTube. That's all we ask. We got 80-plus shows. We got 3-4 shows a week going on. Some of the best baseball people, experts in the world who love to challenge the status quo and give you great ideas. And we got a great one today. I want to give a special shout-out to ISG Baseball. We've been to Russia twice in cooperation with the Russian Baseball Federation, our good friend Dmitry. Thank goodness, because they have an outstanding program. We go there for the last 2 years, and we have held coaching programs there. Let me tell you, not only did we give a lot of information, but we learned a lot from the Russians. The Russians are very good at baseball. They're very good at developing specific athletes and specific sports. So, and today we're going to have a great friend, a former pitcher for the Minnesota Twins. And, you know, with the Twins, he'll explain everything, but now he's with the Russian national team. He's a pitcher with the Russian national team. Obviously, they've also been hit with the coronavirus, so they're in a standstill, but they continue to work out. So first of all, let me welcome my good friend, Vadim Balan. Vadim, how are you, man?
I'm good. How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you. I know it's in different circumstances. The last time I saw you was in that outstanding complex that you guys have there in Moscow, where the Russian national team and other clubs train. Just a superb place.
Yeah, I'm still right now. I'm recording the video from that complex.
Yeah, and folks, just so you know, it's incredible. AstroTurf inside, AstroTurf fields outside. I believe you're also going to be possibly hosting some big championships there when the coronavirus, you know, hopefully gets done.
Yeah, unfortunately, we should to have the European Championship, but unfortunately, everything was canceled because of the pandemic.
Yeah, but as soon as it's over with, teams will be flocking there because they're all going to want to be at that great complex of yours. And a special shout out to our friend, and I always mispronounce it, Bogdan, right? Bogdan.
Yes.
Great person. Of course, not just him, but everybody. You know, all the coaches. The first year we had 70, the next year like 90. All the coaches were fabulous. And what I love about the Russian coaches is, you know what, they're just not going to listen and say, oh, that's the way you do it. You know, they're going to want to know more. They're going to want to question you a little bit. They're going to want to test you, you know, and I think that's good. I know sometimes coaches go, oh, whoa, why so many questions? No, the questions are real good, right?
Yeah. So what I saw when you came a few times, like this year, this year and last year, and the main point of coaches was, and so what? They are Americans. We are Russians, and we also have some thoughts about baseball. So if we have questions, we're gonna ask them some questions.
Yeah, and folks, just so you know, I've got some experience, not like others, obviously. Our good friend Bob Protexter obviously has a lot of experience with Russian baseball. He's done a lot there, so a shout out to Bob. But you know, I remember when I was with the Belgium national team, and I want to explain this because times have changed. When the Soviet Union, I saw the teams that competed in the European championships because I competed against them. Incredibly disciplined, but strict. I'll even go as far as tell a story when the senior player slid at third base, and I think I've told you this. Senior player slid at third base in the European championships. he was out, and these are seniors, and the player stood up, and the Russian coach said something, and next thing you know, he took his hand and slapped him right in the ear hole, you know. And I mean, I'm standing there as the manager of Belgium going, wow, I've never seen this in my life. You know, it was interesting. And I only bring that up because, you know, they were tough, obviously, but they took the old Russian system, how they trained all their Soviet Union system, how they trained all their athletes, brought them from all over the country into one area, which a lot of countries do, trained them specifically for that sport. Obviously, they've had the military background, so they incorporated that aspect. You know, but what I loved about the Russians is that, boy, back then, they had signed already 3 players. They came to play us in the Northern League, you know, so they were very competitive. Northern League was a AA, AAA level independent league. So they were very competitive. It was going in the right direction, but then obviously it broke off. The Soviet Union began, and now times have changed also because you guys are now starting to really build the Russian baseball program and doing a really good job. Give us a little history of when you grew up, what it was like in Russian baseball and where it's at now.
Okay, as you know, I was born in Moldova. It's a little bit like it's post-Soviet Union country. It's like 1,500 miles from Russia, and the situation with the baseball in Moldova was even poorer than in Russia, because in the Soviet Union there was few teams really good, but after Soviet Union's breakdown, everything destroyed. And unfortunately, baseball almost disappeared. But few teams were in my country. So I started playing baseball when I was 11 years old, and traveling with the young teams, European championships, and like local championships. And then when I get 18 years old or 17, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think 17 years old. I decided to, like, ask myself, what's next? Because I almost finished my my high school, and I need to go to the college or to university. But playing like 10 years baseball, I had a dream to play in US. So I left my team, and I found a coach which used to work with the Soviet Union system, with the Olympic athletes. He's a javelin coach, but after he ended his career of javelin, he used to play baseball 10 years. He used to play in Soviet Union, he played in US, a little bit with the Soviet Union national team.
Was he a pitcher?
Yes, he was a pitcher. He was a pitcher. He didn't throw fast, maybe 84, 85, but nasty slider, nasty curveball, changeup, really. And he's a big man. And so I came to him.
Now, Vadim, let me ask you, because I want to get into the javelin, but I think I want to get into one more thing before we get to that, because I want to get into javelin throwing and the training and all that. But prior to you playing baseball at 11, what other sports did you play?
As many kids, I used to play soccer. I used to go to dance, like drag dance, and I used to go for wrestling, boxing. As a kid, you know, everything was interesting for me. Like, as I came home and said, "Hey, father, I would like to go." My father, I would like to go for boxing. Say, "Okay, let's go for boxing." I would like to go for wrestling. Okay, let's go for wrestling. But for a kid, it's very good because you get developed from all sides. You know, you get fast, you get strong. That's really good, I think.
And that's what I was going to lead up to, and what I wanted to ask you, and obviously now as a player, but I also know you can also coach players also, because you've trained yourself, you understand your body, the mind, and all that stuff. So I wanted to ask, because of some of the things you did when you were younger, before 11 years old, you think that helped you when it came to baseball?
I think it helped me a lot, because to take, like, for example, this nation, like these kids, they spend a lot of time on their devices. They play games. They focus more on internet. when I was young, when I was a kid, I didn't have like computer, laptop, or cell phone. My best day was when I go outside and play football with my best friends. I can spend outside like for 10, 12 hours. And what are you doing outside? You're just running. You're running, you're playing, you're jumping, you're squatting. So all of these qualities were developed in myself since a young boy.
Interesting. And I love that because I think that's something we talk about on the show a lot, trying to get our young kids in the U.S. not to only play baseball, between the ages of 7 and 12, play other sports so you develop your athleticism. And we think that's important. And I love hearing it from you. Now, you took us to, you're playing in at that time, the Soviet Union, right? When you were a young kid?
No, it was Soviet Union was until 1991, and then everything destroyed and our country gets apart. But it was a post-Soviet Union country, so it's called Moldova, where I was born.
And then all of a sudden you meet up with this coach that, was a Soviet Union baseball player, a pitcher. He's a javelin expert. And that's, I think, is very interesting. A long time ago, just to give you an idea, a friend of ours, Bill Clark, a scout with the Cincinnati Reds, he used to go look for javelin players. I mean, we're going back 25 years. He used to go look around the world for javelin players because he thought he could, change them into pitchers, which was an interesting idea. So talk about now what you do with this coach. How does it all start?
So I went to him because my brother, I have a younger brother, which is also with the twins right now. So he used to throw javelin. He used to throw javelin professional. He was with the Moldova national team. Also, he was performing for Russian national team. So my brother said, hey, you are 18, 17 years old, 18 years old almost. So what's your goal? Do you want to play just in Russia, or you want to go to America to play? So of course I have a dream. I have a goal to go to US. So he said, like, if you'll come to my coach, he can help you because javelin athletes are very strong athletes. So he will teach you how to throw. He will help you to become more faster, more to develop strength, power. Say, okay, why not? And I came to him. I said, like, I have a dream. Like I said, I have a goal. I want to go to US. So the interesting trick was that he said, like, I'll tell you the truth. You know that the baseball is very poor developed in our country. But what can I give you? I can help you to get stronger, faster, and you can throw very hard. So if it will help you, okay, we can try. If not, at least you tried. So okay, why not? So we started working in September. I clearly remember in September I was throwing 78, maybe 80 miles per hour, and working 8 months with him. We went in May. In May, we drove by car because we didn't have money to spend on flight. It was because the salary are low, the flight is very expensive, and our father, which I'm very thankful to my family, they invest a lot of money in me and my brother to achieve our dreams and our goals. And we jumped in the car and we're driving like 25 hours to Prague.
Wow.
Yes, where was the MLB tryout? MLB organization, they were trying to develop baseball in Europe and organizing tryouts in 4 countries: Germany, Italy, Holland, and Czech Republic. So Czech Republic was the closest country, and we decided to go there. So after working like 8 months with our new coach, my brother, he was 16 years old, a pitcher from Moldova who never played in Europe. He touched 90 miles per hour. I was 18 years old. I touched 92 miles per hour.
Wow, that's great. Let me ask you, we're going to get into the actual training, but what's interesting is the javelin weighs a lot more than a baseball, obviously. So part of your training, you used the javelin quite a bit at that time?
Yes. So I said to my coach, like, I'm not interested to throw a javelin
Right.
because I want to throw a baseball.
Yeah,
I
because
want
I
to throw
believe the
hard.
javelin goes up, right?
Yeah, it goes up and it goes like, well, the release point is 45 degrees. So, but the baseball ball release point is a little bit lower. So he said, like, if you came to me and want to get better, just listen to me and will help you. So okay, so my biggest problem was that as you know, as a pitcher goes, you need to stay close and shoulders need to be in one position. So my problem was I was over rotating myself. My left shoulder, because I'm righty, my left shoulder opens too early and it puts too much pressure on my shoulder, my elbow, my shoulder, and I felt sore, pain. So, and he said like, hey, you need to stay more close. And he was thinking how to fix it, you know. And he said like, look, take a javelin, but take it for kids, not big javelin, because
Yeah,
the weight.
different size, right? Different weight.
Yes, different size. And it's like, and take a bottle, say something in an object, and put the distance between home plate and mound. And we were doing special exercises to fix my shoulder. After we fix my shoulder, we start to work on my lower body, how to use my hips, how to rotate my hips, how to bring power.
Were the exercises with the javelin or without the javelin?
No, all what I'm describing were with the javelin. So you take the javelin, you just use, for example, first exercise was just try nice and easy to hit the object.
And
And
the
then,
bottle, folks, so you know, the bottle's like maybe a little bit behind home plate where the catcher might be.
right, like about like 15 feet maybe. Yes. So the goal was like 25, 35 throws, maybe 10 try to hit it. So that was the first exercise. Another exercise, like I said, when I get to use, we try to bring more power from my hips. I mean, to increase the velocity of throw. So when I was good enough, he said like, okay, this exercise is enough for you. Now we go next. And then we start to do a lot of works with medicine balls, because medicine balls is a great exercise to build strength in your shoulders from different positions. You throw from the left side, right side, you jump, you throw, and build strength. After we done with the medicine balls, we jumped on the heavy balls, like for example, like line drive, different size, different weights. So we start to build our velocity.
What were you doing with the different balls? What kind of exercises were you doing? You were throwing them?
Yeah, we were throwing from the spot. We were throwing from 1 step, 2 steps, and 3 steps, and full for about like you running like 18 meters. You make a step and you throw. So the mindset of my coach was like step by step to prepare our body. I mean, like our shoulder, back, everything to be good enough to go up to another level of preparing.
Interesting. What year was this when you started off with the javelin? We start off with the heavy balls. What year was that?
It was 2012.
Okay. And how old were you at that time?
18 years old.
At that time,
Yes.
18. Okay.
18 years old.
All right. So as we get into, when you talk about the javelin, I know you had different sizes, obviously. How young were you when you first started with the javelin? Was it 18 or did you start?
Yes, 18.
18. And did you, once you've got that down with the javelin, did you ever go back to it?
What do you mean back? Excuse me?
I'm sorry. Did you ever go back and use it again? Or was it only that one time?
Just only one time.
Okay.
One time, because I was spending like, I guess, 2 months working 3-4 times a week. I fixed my shoulder and I doesn't need to throw it again. Just for fun, just for warm up, why not? You can use it. But just specifically to improve my mechanic, no, because we went to another level and we were doing different exercises to bring more power to my arm. to increase the velocity.
What I love about the javelin, you mentioned it off air, was, you know, that the javelin, in order to throw it straight, you do have to keep the front sight closed as long as possible.
Right. So the first attempt to throw a javelin was makes me crazy, because I tried to demonstrate that I can throw this object, and it flew like instead to flow like to fly right, it goes to the right, you know, because I opened too much, and it was so funny. And my coach was laughing at me. It's like, what are you doing? Just listening to do it right. Yes, and it helps a lot.
You know, at the same time, I would think that it's developing strength also. Then you went to medicine balls, but you also went to different weighted balls. Did you?
Right.
I guess my question is, did you actually throw the weighted ball, or did you just do certain drills with them?
Exactly. We had a special throwing program. So the same like with the medicine balls, you throw from the spot. You close your shoulder, keep close as long as it's possible. You throw nice and easy. Then you make a few steps back. You close your shoulder first. Front legs go first, and then you throw. So we try to stay as close as it possible. From my case, because I'm explaining not my brother, just me. Because the problem over rotating, I was losing a lot of power, like 5-6 miles easy I was losing. So the target, the goal was to stay close and to throw quality, not quantity, but quality.
Interesting. What other things that, now your coach, what's your coach's name? The Russian coach who helped you?
Yeah, his name is Alexander Moiseenko.
And a former javelin thrower also.
Yes. He used to be with the Soviet national team with javelin throwers.
So, and it's interesting because I want to go back to that training again with him. So I want to stay a little bit on the training from the standpoint, we've got the javelin, the understanding of that. Now we're working also lower body. What are some of the things that he had you do to help your lower body? And I'm assuming rotation.
But yeah, we also used to do a lot of work from track and field. We did a lot of run. We were running like 100 meters for time, 60 meters, 30 meters for time. We used to do hurdles. You know what is hurdles?
Hurdles, yeah, developing the jump. Yep.
Yes, exactly. Hurdles for hip mobility, coordination, and also we used to do jumps, like spot jumps, like 3-step jumps, 5-step jumps, depth jumps. It helps us to bring more explosiveness, more power from our legs.
And you also mentioned you did runs and then jumps.
Right. So you run like 10 steps. It's called I'm not sure how it's called in English, but in Russian sounds like 10-step jump.
It's a run. So it's a run fast and jump.
Yes, you run fast and jump.
Yeah, it's like in the Olympics. You see, they got a line there, and you got to jump before the line. They're jumping into the dirt and like sand.
Yes, exactly. So this exercise is specifically to develop explosive power, because, for example, he was explaining to me, look, when you raise your leg and you land and you throw, what are you doing? You explode your body, right? So the same here. You're running, you first step and second step, you're already like flying to the sand. So it's the same. Of course, you're not throwing, but the way to get faster, better is that way. So through these exercises, because I wasn't experienced, you know. So always was asking my coach why, how it helps, how it works, and he never gets mad on me, because he said like, I like that you asking questions. You're not just coming to practice, doing my practice, like doing the exercise, and you go home. That's it. So I see that you want to understand. You want to understand how everything works. So I will explain you. Not in one day, but day by day, I will explain how it works. So he was explaining to me and my brother, and it brings to me even more patience, because okay, it works like that. So I need to keep doing, and I know that result will come.
He understood that it's a long-term process. It's not a short-term remedy. We don't fix it this second. It's going to take some time because the body has to coordinate. And and obviously he's coming from success because as a javelin thrower, there's a lot of similar movements, and he understands the consistency and also the same movement that you need all the time. Was there anything else that you explained?
Yeah, another thing what I forgot to say, it was we also used like lifting weights, powerlifting. So powerlifting, we're doing snatch, power cleans, squats. But we used to squat a lot because we need strong legs. Squat, jumps, bench press. But to understand for the people who will watch this video, I was 19 years old. We were squatting 200 kilos. It was like 400 pounds.
Wow. That's, you built up to that.
Yes. But it takes like first 3 months we prepared our body, you know, everything. We didn't come and say like, he said to us, you have to squat like 400 pounds or 300 pounds. He prepared us mentally, psychologically, and physically. Because he's so smart, has like tremendous experience in sport. Everything was did really smart, and that's we got that result.
And what's interesting also is that he doesn't know anything about baseball, but he really doesn't have to because he understands the body and how it moves. So now all of a sudden, you're throwing harder, and you get signed.
Yes, we, as I said, we went to Czech Republic. When I threw 92, my brother threw 90. A lot of scouts came to us, say, "Hey guys, where you been? Where you from? Because we never seen you before." And we say like, and we also were shocked because we didn't know with which speed we came for try, because we didn't have the gun. Right. We were throwing balls. Okay, it flies hard. Okay, hard enough. So they said like, we would like to sign you, but the biggest problem is that you don't have game experience in Europe. So it's going to be tough, especially to compete in minor league. And they gave us some cards. We filled out the information, and they were calling. I remember how New York Yankee scouts called us during the off season, because after tryout we didn't get signed. We get back home a little bit upset, but at the same time we're so happy because we saw the result. So that means that we are on the right way.
But your velocity didn't stop there, because you're right now 92 at 18. Now you increased your velocity. Was that because of you continued the same type of training, or did you do anything else on top of that?
The same type of training, but my coach said like, what we used to do, it was for like for mid-school guys. He's like, yeah.
He's just getting started.
Yes, he said like, you did nothing. He said like, what? How nothing? We did a lot of work. I said, no, guys. The work you should do is in the future, is waiting for you. So wow. But I was impressed. So what's next? He said like, nobody signed you, but maybe you need to throw even harder to sign. Okay, let's work. So we spent another off season, and I went another time for a tryout, and then I threw 95. And the scouts was even more shocked because this guy didn't play. he's not playing, but his velocity is increasing.
So during this time, are you playing any games? I mean, you're in Russia by now, right?
Yeah, by now I'm in Russia, but at that time I was in my country, in Moldova.
Oh, you're still in Moldova then, and
yes.
So because there was no baseball, so you weren't you're saying at 18 years old you still weren't playing baseball games?
No, I was playing, but it was like amateur league, like nothing special. Yes, and when I had also 95, I was playing for amateur league in my country, but nothing professional, nothing serious, you know.
Right, it was just guys in town, and they liked baseball, and you guys would play games.
Yes.
How did you throw strikes at that time?
I had really big problem with my command.
Yeah.
Because my coach said, like, you are very strong, you have power, but you cannot use your power. You cannot use it. You don't know how to use it, so that's your biggest problem.
So did he help you now take that and transfer now, go to the next phase and help you with your control?
Yes, because after tryouts, me and my brother, we were invited to MLB academies, which brings the best 50 players from Europe from tryouts. Yes. And they work with the young athletes. The coaches are very famous coaches, former major league players or major league managers, as for example, like John McLaren.
Sure, a good friend, John.
Yes, John McLaren, Barry Larkin, and Bruce Hurst, maybe you know, a pitcher from the yes. Boston Red Sox. So they helped me and my brother, they helped us a lot. They brought to us new knowledges, how to prepare before the game, during the game, after the game, how to build our routine during the off season, because they also were asking us, how you working, guys, because you are very strong but you have trouble with the strike zone. And we described all our steps, and they said, like, you can synchronize your work with this routine, and I think it's going to help you. So yeah, after MLB academies, we'll get back to our coach and we sit down. We're talking about a lot, how do not miss the preparing part of, like his preparing part and the routine which gave us MLB Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So we found a club in Czech Republic. It's called Eros Ostrava. So the friend of my coach, he said, like, hey, I used to play for Czech Republic, and I have good friends, and I can talk to them because one of his friends has a baseball club, and maybe they can take your guys to play few seasons if it's possible. If not, at least we'll try. So they called Czech Republic. I say, like, hey, we need pitchers, international pitchers, and me and my brother, we went to Czech Republic. We went to Czech Republic. It was in April, and May 8th was another MLB tryout. Me and my brother, we went to MLB tryout, and I touched 96, 97. And then scouts asked me, like, are you playing, guys? And I said, yes, we are playing right now. And then, yes, and they say, finally we can see you in the game.
Oh, that's great. And I want to ask you about this. This takes a lot of commitment, a lot of passion, a lot of sacrifice to do this, because any day you could have said, this is crazy. I'm now got to go to Czech Republic. And, I mean, you're talking about, you also have school and other things you want to do, a career possibly. How did you get through that?
It was my dream. It was my dream to play baseball in US. I don't know how to explain other way. How it feels when you have a dream and you are burned from inside. But I'm very thankful to people who never trust in myself and me, because from all the corners in my country, people were saying, like, that's just a waste of time. You can throw 100, 200 miles per hour, but nobody will sign you because you're from this small country and nobody knows about us. So just give up. It's not for you. And I was really mad. So first of all, I said, like, I want to accomplish my dream, to achieve my dream, but in the same time, I want to prove the people that they are wrong, that everything is possible. Really, everything is possible. And that was my motivation. Also, at the same time, you asked me about school. I have to go to school, but you want to play baseball in US, so you have to choose. You sacrifice school and you go practice every day, two times per day, come home, take rest, eat, and again. Or you lose, but at least you try. So I say, okay, I can lose my school, but I'll go till the end to see if I can achieve my dream.
So now you signed with the Twins?
Yeah, so I signed with the Twins. I played a few games, and they said, okay, we want to sign you. Because Twins, Reds, uh, Tampa Bay Rays and the Pirates. They were interested in me to sign, and I decided to go with the Twins.
Once you sign, now you go to the U.S., correct?
Yes.
What was that first experience when you've reached your dream of professional baseball? What was that feeling like? I mean, you've never been to the U.S. You've never been to obviously a minor league complex or a major league complex. What was that feeling like? Explain that a little bit.
It was unbelievable because when I put my signature on the paper after so like maybe I'm dreaming, maybe I'm still dreaming. Just yeah. So my first impression when I landed to Fort Myers Airport, the gates opened and the hot air just got to my face, like you know.
Welcome to Florida, right?
Yeah, so like that's the way how it feels when you sign a pro contract. When you know, I was a little bit like wild, you know, because I didn't know how it works when I got the complex, big fields, like in the movies, you know, when you are a little kid and you're watching on TV, the baseball complex, major leagues, they're playing World Series. The same was for me when I get to the Twins facility. They have great academy for 200 people. They have 8 fields. They have big league stadium. It was a dream for me, really. Wow. Like a fairy tale, you know.
As you get in with the Twins now, is it obviously there's a certain point where you're no longer with the Twins after a while. Explain some of the process that went on, you know, when you competed. Was it difficult to compete because of the lack of experience? Were you throwing strikes? What was the situation?
So the process, the pressure which I felt on myself was really enormous, because everything was new for me, and at that time also my English wasn't well, so I was understanding like 50-50. And you always have to be focused, because one coach is explaining one thing, another is explaining another thing. You have meetings. Wow. You have a video room, meetings in video room where you break down your mechanic. Yes, mechanic. So I should be focused a lot, you know, and sometimes I get tired. Psychologically, it was really tough. First of all, because I had less experience not playing, and my first goal was to throw a strike. That was the biggest problem. So I have velocity, but I don't have strike zone. And in the same time, I'm very thankful to my pitching coaches, who helped me a lot to get down my emotions. You know, he say like, "Hey, calm down. We know all your story, and we know that you didn't play a lot, so that's why you're here. You came here to teach yourself, to help yourself how to play baseball, to learn baseball from inside, you know, not just from the magazines and so on."
Yeah, to get some experience, because you didn't have the actual playing experience. Did they take you along slowly when it came to that?
Yes, because I signed the contract, and I get on the Twins complex and at the end of July, and I spent like 3 weeks in the camp, and I played in the last game of the season. It was 2015. So I played only 2.1 innings. So nothing. And then I flew back home, spending off season with my coach again, and I flew back for the spring training. And on the spring training, we got new coaches, because I don't know why, but we got new coaches, and new pitching coach said like, "Hey, I don't like your mechanic. I think we need to work on that, and we need to change your mechanic." And I said, "What's the problem?" He said like, "I don't like that you throw." I mean, like So the main point was, I've heard that you used to throw javelin. So like, I used to work with the javelin to improve my mechanics, but I never threw like professional, you know.
Right.
So, but anyway, we're gonna change it. So my delivery, my mechanic was long, you know, like long arm. If if you know Tyler Glasnow right now. Yeah, so kind of that mechanics. And they say like, we need to go more short. And I say like, I think it might hurt me because my elbow is not ready, my shoulder is not ready, and my body is not ready for new mechanics. They're like, don't worry, we're gonna try it. So we tried. I threw one bullpen, second bullpen, and I started feeling pain in my elbow. And I told them, and they said, okay, so just go back to your mechanic. Maybe a few weeks later, we got another new coach, pitching coach. And he said, like, I've heard that you tried to change your mechanic, but it doesn't work. So we're gonna try it again. And I say, okay, I'm here with the Twins, the best chance in my life to learn a thing. So I have to be open-minded and to be teachable. Like they like one thing to say to all minor league players, guys, you have to be teachable. If you want to play major league, you have to be teachable. If you have fixed mindset, you don't like this, you don't like that, it's going to be tough for you, and it's going to be tough for us to help you to progress. Okay, so we start change my mechanic, and my velo goes down. They sign me 96, 97, I go 94, then I go 93, then I go 92, then I go 90, and they stop. They didn't say, okay, so something goes wrong. So I was struggling. And then after they saw that my velocity go down, they said, okay, you can throw how it's comfortable for you. But at that point, I was, how to say right, I was really afraid that they're gonna release me maybe tomorrow, because I'm not releasing the ball as hard as they used to sign me, you know. So I was thinking every day. In the game, I was throwing 92, 93, sometimes 94. So average was 92, 93. When they signed me, was 95, 96. Big difference.
And Vadim, once you were released, now that's a tough part. Anytime anybody's released, that's always difficult on the mental aspect and the mind. Now you have to go. Now you're going back home, but you don't give up. You continue to train. Obviously you're still training up till now. I saw you a couple times. At least last 2 years you're training. So you've taken everything that you've learned, whether it be from your coach with the javelin throwing, the training, whether it be professional baseball, the academies that you were at. You've taken all that training and now you've kind of developed your own.
Right. But before there was a small window when I got released from the Twins. I tried to sign another contract. I went to independent league tryout, and I threw live BP. I threw the game, and 4 teams, they want to sign me. But because the Twins canceled my working visa, I flew back home to Moldova. I get the tourist visa, and I flew back to US for tryout. And 4 teams wanted to sign me, and they asked me, what kind of visa do you have? I said, I have tourist visa. Say like, we cannot sign you.
Right.
It was the biggest disappointment, and another biggest disappointment in my life.
Yeah, because independent ball is a great opportunity to try to get back. As I was in independent ball for close to 10 years. And yeah, that's the problem with the tourist visa. I understand that aspect of it. So now you're disappointed because of that, and you got to go home.
Yes, I got to go home, and I say like, what? I had too many questions to myself, but I wasn't able to answer, And the Russian Federation, they find out that I got released, and Bogdan, who started all of this project, what you've seen here, he texted me, say like, hey, we are looking forward to build a new baseball team, new baseball generation in Russia. Would you like to join to us? Say like, why not? I'll be in Moscow. I say like, I'll be in Moscow in a few weeks, and we have a meeting and discuss all of things. Say okay. So I got to Moscow. We got like long conversation, about 5 hours. He described to me all plans, where we come from, where we're going. Say okay, I'm in. So we're working, and like you asked me about my twins experience, my coach experience, and right now I have to say, like, I grew up even more. I'm thankful for the twins. They helped me to see the game from inside, to learn a lot, like very very big amount of information. But right now, I'm just to be honest, I forgot the question. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Basically, now what you've taken all this information, all this work, all this experience, and you're continuing to work on your pitching, but you're continuing to work on your strength, your flexibility, your pitching. I kind of talk about what you're working on right now.
Oh yeah, exactly. So after I got released from the Twins, getting back to Russia, I started to use the old program of my coach, which helped me to develop that strength, that power, that velocity. So working like last season when I got released, I came to Russia. I was 90, 91, 92, working the old program. I got 92, 93. 5 months later, got 94, and at the end of the season, I get back on my velocity 95 in the game. So I'm doing pretty much this.
The question would be this, the secret question: how's your control, and what have you done that's helped you get your control better, if it is?
So that's a very good question, because I was thinking how to get my control, and at the same time how to not lose my velocity, because when you're thinking about control, you cannot relax your body and throw 100%. So I divided my my like off-season workout like few, how it's called, phases, like few parts. So for example, when the season is over, I take 30 days off to give my body rest, for my joints, for muscle, and so on. Then I get start my body for new off-season program. I'll go lightweight. I prepare my ligaments. I prepare my joints. I prepare my muscle for new work. Then when I feel I'm ready, I'm start to build hypertrophy. So I start to grow my muscle to get strong, to have enough muscle, to have enough body weight, to feel comfortable to work. So when I pass this phase, I go and I build strength. I lift weights, and I do like crazy jumps like you've seen on Instagram.
Yeah,
so
matter of fact, mention your Instagram. What's your Instagram?
I'm Vadim like /_Balan _.
I'll put that on our show notes, folks. You got to go there because he's got some great exercises. And mention a few of them, because I know one of them was with the weights and the elastics, and jumping also with medicine balls.
Yes, it's called plyometric exercise, which help you develop explosive power, like speed, and it's medicine ball. You throw medicine ball, you jump on the box, you take a trap there, you put like light weights, you jump 5 times, and then you right away jump on the box. So very good exercise to bring some power and strength.
Are these drills you developed, or did you take combination of drills?
Yes, different time of off season. I do different like amount of exercises. I go from the hard to light, because after I build strength, I start to do my throwing program. So when I do my throwing program, it's very tough to stay on the same level of strength and the same time to throw medicine balls and heavy balls, because it takes too much energy and you don't have enough time to recover yourself. Even if you are sleeping good, eating good, you have to control yourself. And also you have to divide the how it's called, the I forgot how to say, right, the amount of weights you're lifting, you know. So as soon as I start my throwing program with medicine balls, my lift, yeah, I reduce the amount. And then when I feel that my shoulder, my body is ready, I start working with the catcher. So when I go to the catcher, I write down a special program which don't don't let me to go down, but also I'm not getting stronger, but I stay on the same level. And the goal is to feel comfortable with this amount of power, this amount of muscle to pitch, you know, I mean, like to work.
And I love what you said. When you feel, and that is you feel right, your body feels right, your arm feels right, then you begin to do that. I think that's a big part of when you're talking to players, we say, well, I'm going to throw, but how do you feel? That's the most important thing.
It's very important because you have to listen to your body. You have to listen 100%. It tells you, especially for me, it tells me when maybe I need to take like maybe 2 weeks more of throwing program with the medicine ball because I'm not ready, or I need to lift more and squeeze. I mean, like to go maybe a little bit later to jump to another program. So if I need it, I can expand this program. Or if I'm too, I mean, like if I'm too tight, I need to do more extra rotational, more extra mobility exercises. So my body helps me, because before I didn't listen to my body, because I said like, I need to do this, and I don't care. Right now, my body helps me. So if it feels great, that's awesome. If not, I need to find a way how to feel great.
Excellent. Vadim, and we got about 10 more minutes left, but I want to mention, okay, you've got the program going. Now you've got to get your mechanics down also. So are there particular things that helped you get your movements better? Now I understand the strength and all the program is part of that, but are there anything else like now when you start to throw that's helped you with your control?
I have few drills which help me. For example, I warm up, then I play catch with the catcher. I go effortless, like short box. I go, for example, it's a great exercise, split. You go split, squat, and you just try nice and easy to connect your release point with the glove, you know. So just to feel the grip. As you feel the grip, as you feel the strike zone, you can expand the distance between catcher and the release point, and you go far. And when you feel comfortable, you can throw like 80%, 90%. So basically, my focus at the beginning to feel the strike zone. So I go light, like 50%. Then I feel that I can throw 10 pitches out of 10 strike, I add some power. 10 of 10 strike, I add some power. If I have trouble, I slow down the speed, and I'm also working with the strike zone. And in the same time, I'm working with I'm taking videos. I'm taking video and break down my mechanic, and I'm trying to understand what makes me to throw better, or what stopped me from progressing. So it's very important. Also, we have.
Go ahead. No, go.
Yeah. Also, we have, as you know, Bogdan. You know him very well. He's investing a lot of money in new technologies. So we have pitching Rapsoda. So pitching Rapsoda, I'm throwing bullpens. We're throwing YBP. It helps to see like really strict where's your release point, how your body works. And when you see, if you miss, like you threw 5 pitches from one angle, and if you threw 5 pitches from another angle, you immediately have clear point what you need to be improved, because somebody say like, I cannot feel my release point, or I cannot feel my grip, or something else. But when you have like new technologies, what you can use, and you know how to use, is gonna help you a lot.
Other than technology, I think that's fantastic. I think if used well, it could really help a great deal. And like you said, understanding where the correct release point is and being consistent, that's going to give you a lot of control also. Finally, other aspects. I know you stay in very good shape. So it looks like you have been trained well when it comes to sleep, when it comes to nutrition. when it comes to all this other stuff. So the mental aspect of the game, talk a little bit about some of the things you might do in those areas to help you.
The mental aspect of the game. What's
Well, when you get frustrated, when you're not doing well, how do you get your mindset again, you know, to get back into doing things correctly?
I mean, during the game, it happens. Sometimes I get frustrated. I'm not hiding. Sometimes it happened during the Russian championship, even with the Twins, and I get frustrated. But it's called, for me, control what you can control. So I'm trying to. I get frustrated. Why? Because somebody dropped the ball. Because umpire didn't give me the strike, or somebody didn't throw right to the first base. So it happens, you know. I mean, like I'm just giving some simple examples.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm on the mound, my first goal is what? To throw strike and to help my team to win. So just go on the mound, throw strike, keep calm, and that's it. I mean, like at this point, I'm not trying to think too much, because if you're trying to think too much, it also can help you, but otherwise, you know, can have bad influence on you.
And so finally, when we put this all together, the package, where are you at now with control and your velocity?
So my last velocity was 94. My control is much better.
You've developed other pitches?
Yes, being with the Twins, I used to be a closer, so I was throwing only one pitch. I was throwing only a fastball. So being with the Russian national team, Russian national team, I have fastball, I have slider, I have changeup, and I have curveball. So my best secondary pitch is a changeup. It's like I was working a lot on that creep, and I feel really good. So if I lose control on fastball, I know 100% I can apply a changeup, and it will help me. It happens last season. We were playing final championship games, and maybe in the fifth inning, I just lost my fastball control. It doesn't work, and I was throwing another 4 innings. I was throwing only changeup, slider, curveball. So it helped me a lot. So
Fantastic.
sometimes you just have to not to be upset, not try to panic. Just bring another plan. If plan A doesn't work, so you have plan B. If plan B doesn't work, you have plan C.
Yep.
And
love it. Listen, let's do this. Let's end it with this. You know, for our coaches and players and parents out there, all the experience you've had, is there anything else that maybe can help our coaches? Some things you've been through that can help them understand, and it could be mental, it could be physical, any type of training, anything we missed that had helped you become this much better?
I would suggest to all people who watch this video, or to all coaches, if you have any friends, if you have any ancestor playing major league, playing minor league, talk to them, ask questions, read literature, because behind it, I'm an athlete. I have experience. I also have a sport degree. I have sport degree. So I'm studying every day new articles, new magazines. I'm watching videos. So right now, internet is the best plane to find everything. But in the same time, you have to understand how to work with the information, because as we talked before, somebody's saw on the internet one exercise and he's applying and he thinks that it's going to work, but it doesn't work. So you have to understand clearly how to prepare yourself, how it works, and where it starts and where it ends. So I don't know. I think that's it. What I have.
And you know what I love about what you said was, because your coach told you this also, and that is, you can't just pick drills and start doing drills and expect things to happen. There's got to be some sequence. There's got to be some coordination of the drills, so that way the body moves in the right way.
Right, because for example, if you take a kid and you're trying to to work with him, and you have to understand what was the biggest problem. If his problem is strength, you have to develop strength. If his problem is mobility, you have to work on mobility. If his problem is like you need to develop all physical qualities, you have to find the right way, because if he's too strong and his mobility is poor, you're gonna have troubles. You're gonna have injuries. You know, so it's very important what kind of coaches you work with. You know, it's very for me, because I'm very thankful. During all my career, I had outstanding coaches. In the Twins were rotation of coaching, big rotation of coaches. One coach left, other came, but everyone brings like positive effect on myself. So it's very important to understand your body, to listen to your body, and also to understand how it works.
All right, fantastic. Great way to end the show on that. And we'll give a shout out also to our good friend Ellen Jager Sports. You know, he talks about, you know, making sure you understand your body, you feel your arm, you know, and all that. So I think that's fantastic. Great way to end it. Vadim, can't thank you enough, man. I know you had practice, you had a lot of workout you're doing, and, you know, to join us on the show, it's been great. So thanks, man.
Thank you so much. I very appreciate that you invited me to your show. That's a big honor for me.
Well, it's great to have you. And I think, like I talk about all the time, we can learn from anybody, anywhere in the world, whether you're a player, coach, or whoever you may be. And by the way, give my best to the doctor there, because I'm sure you use the doctor. I see his videos, you know, with the hands on basketballs, doing his drills. I'm sure you also talk to him about certain drills you want that can help you with your body.
Right. The doctor is still the best in the team. You saw him. He's 43 years old, but he's doing much better than like 19, 25 years old athletes. So the best shout to our doctor.
Yes, definitely. Shout out to the doctor. Shout out to Dimitri, the president of Federation, and shout out to Bogdan. He's also with the Federation and the biggest supporter of the program. Vadim, thank you, and we'll talk soon, man.
Thank you so much. See you soon.
All right, that's Vadim Balan from Russia, Moscow, Russia, pitcher originally from Moldova. Obviously then signed with the Twins. What a great career for folks out there. He's still trying to pitch. He's look at 94, 3 types of pitches. I'll put all this stuff on the show notes. Any pro teams out there, let you know if you're interested. There'll be his email will be on there also, or contact me at petercaliendo@att.net. Hey folks, thank you. Special thanks, to Vadim. Special thanks to Brian Kroc, our producer with the Lineup Media Group. Don't forget, subscribe to YouTube, Peter Caliendo. Get 80+ shows up there. We really appreciate if you subscribe. Don't forget, we're heading to Cuba with our 15U team. If you're a coach player that's interested in competing with us in Cuba and practicing during Christmas break, we will be there with Caliendo Sports International, traveling there. What a great experience that is. And again, special thanks to everybody on Facebook, live on Facebook, and all over the world and in the U.S. I'm your host, Pete Caliendo. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon on the next show.